17 youth from the Washington County Youth Coalition and their leaders made their way to the Utah Capitol on Monday to let local representatives and senators know about the increasing problems of vaping among youth in the county.
Well, honestly, in my personal life, I've seen what drugs and nicotine can do to a family, and it kind of just tears it apart. And when teenagers use it at this age, their brain's developing, and it can really hook them onto nicotine.
Statistics in Washington County from 2013 to 2017 show a 350% increased use of e-cigarettes among those polled. This is higher than other parts of the state and even the nation.
A quarter of teens in Utah, 70,000 teens, have admitted to experimenting with e-cigarettes. And that is such a devastating statistic to know that tens of thousands of kids feel that they need to or have fallen victim to this addiction and this fad of another type of drug.
The Youth Coalition members first met with Representative Lowry Snow. They told him they believe youth are being targeted by big tobacco companies selling e-cigarettes due to enticing flavors.
Strawberry, cotton candy, Skittles, creme brulee, they have all flavors.
They have peanut butter.
They do.
If you think it will help if we're able to outlaw the flavors, it's going to reduce the attractiveness of them trying.
Yes.
Yeah, so 84% of youth reported that they would not use e-cigarettes or other tobacco products if they were not flavored.
House Bill 274 would ban e-juice flavors in Utah, which youth believe would lessen the use among teens.
Because who wants to try a tobacco flavored cigarette when you could try a cherry or cotton candy or strawberry or mocha or mango smoothie?
The Washington County Youth Coalition was recognized by Senator Don Ipson in the Senate chambers. He also heard from the youth firsthand about the problems they are seeing in their schools.
So I'm a senior at Dixie High School, and I often see teenagers vaping into their backpacks while teachers are not facing them. They're writing on the board, doing equations, and the students will vape into their backpacks because the teachers don't notice.
House Bill 252 would place a tax on e-cigarettes, which would raise an estimated $20 million a year that would go towards education and enforcement of alternative tobacco products. The coalition believes that increasing the cost will help decrease use among youth.
There's a lot of teens that can't afford to pay for these prices. So if we do increase the tax, it will deter a lot.
There are some of my colleagues that's concerned that the tax is not a big enough deterrent. Now, I don't know that, but I just tell you that because that's kind of where
It's hard for them to raise taxes because it looks bad on them, which is understandable. Some of them I think actually would go for it, but I think that the one that more of them would go for would be removing the e-cigarette flavors.
In 2017, statistics showed that youth experimenting with e-cigarettes or vaping was more than double that of adults.
And it's pretty detrimental to a growing boy or a growing girl that their brain and they're developing and can permanently change for their whole entire life.
And we definitely have to somehow get at what's going on. We've got to reduce the use in youth.
Yeah, the youth, they really know their stuff. They seriously answer the questions better than any of us could. They educate themselves, they research, and they really know their stuff, and the representatives have been really impressed with them.
But youth were asked about their stance on a bill that would change the tobacco use age to 21 in Utah. While the youth agreed raising the age limit might reduce use, they were concerned about the particular verbiage in this bill undoing local efforts to keep tobacco and vaping out of public places.
And so now, I need to go have some conversations with my colleagues about specifically why are the anti-smoking groups not supporting the age 21.
The legislators and even the Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox thanked the youth for their efforts.
To rid our schools of those substances that kids become addicted to at a very early age.
The youth believe their experiences were worthwhile.
Because we're trying to help our community with substance and drug abuse prevention, and we want to keep our community healthy and show them the effects and dangers of it, and we want to keep our community safe.
From the Utah State Capitol, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.